This is the Rainforest Activity Table. It is advertised for 10 months plus, and it looks just like the image on the box and the image on the listing. It is absolutely adorable. My 1-year-old enjoys it. My 4-year-old enjoys it, oddly enough. Everything works just like it's supposed to. All the stackables fit nicely. I like the basket. It holds the little pieces so you don't lose it, which is nice in my house. I have hard floors and everything slides underneath my sofa. So it's nice having the little basket there that they can learn how to take this on and off, and the pieces go in the basket and not all over the floor. It is cute. I like the colors. There are 2 things wrong with it, unfortunately. One worse than the other. The first one is that, I don't know if you've noticed or not yet, it is quite wobbly. It is pretty significantly not leveled. First and foremost, that's just annoying. I have hard floors. It's one more thing just banging unnecessarily. And it also just simply shouldn't do that. Also, if you have someone who is newly standing and they are using this as kind of a support system for them while they play with it and they're learning to stand, they might not expect it to do this, and it can throw them off balance and they can fall. Keep that in mind. If they fall on one of these, that could probably hurt. So this shouldn't happen, but that is an issue. My biggest complaint, however, is that this, when you notice this moves, this whole thing moves, this screw right here is actually stripped. It came stripped. My husband tried being gentle. He tried different size screws that we had. I mean, he tried everything that he can do. He's very handy. He builds things all the time and never really has many issues like this. This will eventually fall out. And when that falls out, it is a choking hazard. Also, if they were to swallow a screw, that's fairly dangerous. That's a trip to the hospital. That's a hurt baby. That's not okay. They do have choking hazard small parts. However, the only small part that is a choking hazard is maybe the beads on here that I don't see coming off, and then the screws. I know sometimes there are defective products that slip through the cracks, and sometimes you might get a product that does have something like this going on, but the rest of the products in the line are fine. But it seems like upon the other reviews, this is a reoccurring issue. We are not the only one who has had stripped screws or screws hanging out of the bottom. So it's an issue they haven't fixed, and that they're continuing to sell the product knowing that it does have this really big safety issue and that it can send a baby to the hospital one day. Especially if someone isn't paying attention, if someone isn't very handy and they don't understand that this is stripped or that it's going to fall out just because it's holding it in there now. It's not going to stay that way. As you move it around, as the baby plays with it, eventually that will wiggle its way out. For that reason, it's going to be a 1-star for me. I just don't think that there's a safety issue with the product. You can give it anything higher than that. And if it's a recurring thing, it's not a one-off. Many people have an issue with the screw stripping and falling out the bottom. My husband also said for as simple as it should have been to assemble, it was actually pretty difficult because the screws weren't fitting where they should. So unfortunately, I am going to give it 1 star. I'm probably going to keep it. I'm going to find a way to use some glue or something to secure this and to make sure it's safe, but just keep that in mind. I probably wouldn't recommend it to a friend just for that reason. It shouldn't be that frustrating, and you shouldn't have to do all these extra steps, and it shouldn't really wobble like this either. As cute as it is, it does have some issues.
All right, so here is the little toy. You have a car, you have an alligator for sensory, you have a spinning thing, you have gears, you have little animals that you can move around. This I haven't attached yet. I need to attach it there, but take a look at the whole thing. Super cute. Let me move this so you can see the rest. And then you have these little things that you could put your little animals through. Super adorable. Look at that. You have a symbol, and then you have this little frog, tiny for a little human. So cute. You have these stacking things as well, this pine. It all comes off and you stack it in there.